Hey everyone, let's dive right in because every second with this AI voice costs almost as much as a Bitcoin transaction fee these days. We're heading into the end of the week, and it looks like we're going to close above last week's high, which is a good sign for potential continuation to the upside. Sure, pullbacks might happen, but as long as the trend stays intact and support levels hold, we should consider that BTC could continue moving up. Let's first look at the levels we need to maintain the uptrend and where we might see a pullback if one happens. Like I mentioned in the previous video, we can simplify things by looking at BTC in a range perspective. Right now, it's breaking into the upper part of the range, and any pullback into the middle of the range could act as support, potentially providing a good opportunity, at least for me. To keep it simple, I don't want to see a weekly close below the previous candle. On the lower time frames, losing last week's range and a 4H or 12H structure would signal a change in the trend. That's why I'll be watching the first key level for setups if BTC pulls back. There's always the possibility of an aggressive move to take out some traders, trigger liquidations, and stop out some older longs before a reversal upwards. Think of it like pulling a rubber band back before releasing it. It stretches down, hits stops, and then snaps back, continuing the move. If the pullback happens and the levels don't hold, we'll simply wait for the next ones. For now, the uptrend is intact with higher highs and higher lows, so I can't expect anything different until it's invalidated and I have to switch my bias. Now, as September ends, let's look at October's statistics and some potential targets for the month. Historically, BTC has had a positive October 10 out of 14 times. The average gain is 28.46% and the average loss is 8.67%. Looking at the charts, if BTC follows the average loss, we'd see a drop to around 60K, where we have strong range low support. This would be a retest and potentially a short-term reversal. Also, if we look at the wicks on previous October candles, even with a bigger than usual wick of 6.71%, BTC would still land around 61.2K, just below the average move and still above the range support. That adds extra confluence. On the flip side, a shallow wick of 2.52% would bring BTC to 64K, which supports the idea of BTC holding its current uptrend. With an average gain of 28.46%, BTC could reach around 84K. Now, if we pull a Fibonacci extension from the last weekly structure swing low to the 65K swing high and back to the weekly higher low, the 2.0 Fibonacci extension also lines up at 84K, providing further confluence. Now, if we look at another chart I've pulled, showing the Fibonacci levels from the yearly low to the current yearly high, the outstanding Fibonacci target also lands around 84.7K. Interesting, right? That's a powerful level, considering we're now seeing multiple technical analyses pointing to the same target. That's 3 different technical analyses pointing to 84K as a significant level. However, could this month turn out to be a red one or just move sideways? Well, yes, there's a 29% chance that this could happen, as it has in the past. In this case, we would look for signs of weakness to confirm this idea. Until that happens, I'll stick with the live data and the current context, which shows BTC breaking above the previous weekly swing high, marking a higher low and now a higher high. To summarize, statistically, October has a good chance of closing positive, with only a shallow pullback to form the wick. As long as the range holds, we could see a continuation based on the current data. Of course, if the data changes, we'll adjust our bias and reevaluate the technical levels. Make sure to read the disclaimer below the video and understand that everything shown here is for educational purposes only, because I am exactly not a financial advisor. Stay tuned, keep both the bullish and bearish possibilities in mind, and I'll see you in the next one.